Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally isn't working. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but in the background, we've got the cicadas. That's right, the cicadas are coming out like a plague of locusts because that's what they are. Cicada, locust, same thing. And we're beginning to get that dull hum, so it's why it's nice to have our music brought to you by Ron Oliver from Tower Light Records. It sounds a lot better than that that hum from the cicadas. But we're sitting here at May 22nd. My God, can you believe we're almost into June? This is insane how fast time is flying by, and it makes me realize every day that I go through is one less that I have left here on this planet. And let me go ahead and kill the music here. I've actually just got back from the CSA show. Had a good time. I saw my man Damon from Collector's World, and we're going to be doing some great things and getting some great memorabilia for you guys, as well as showing you the differences of things. And probably going to get into an argument because we're going to be doing, he's doing a collection of the top 10 of the Dallas Cowboys. And that is kind of up for a little dispute of who should be in that top 10. I know some of you will say Tony Romo needs to be in there. I'm not ready to put that one there just yet. But anyway, talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and because we are outside, I don't know if you guys are hearing, but somebody's cutting their grass. But hey, you know, when you're broke-ass media, you can't tell them to shut up. But I want to show you guys this interview on SportsCenter of our quarterback, Dak Prescott. And hopefully the lawnmower won't interfere with this. Let me go ahead and start this because this is really significant.
Pressure is privilege. I'm privileged that this organization, they believe in me. They put their faith in me. This is the right fit. And never in a million years did I imagine not being a Cowboy once I put on this uniform and put on this star. This is my home. I'm not leaving. I'm a Cowboy. This is only the beginning.
So this week, as the Cowboys start OTAs, all eyes will be on this guy, Dak Prescott. A lot has happened to Prescott in the past year, from personal loss to coming back from season-ending injury to rehab to signing that 4-year, $160 million contract.
Wow.
Now Prescott is the early favorite for NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Sage Steele recently sat down with him for the first installment of her new show, originally made famous by Roy Firestone. Here's an excerpt from her conversation with Dak for Up Close with Sage Steele.
How are you?
I'm doing well. A lot of adversity this past year, but to be sitting here now with a healthy leg, happy heart, I'm excited.
October 11th against the Giants.
Yeah.
Third quarter.
Day
Your life
after my
changed in a
birthday.
different way.
Yeah.
What happened?
And here's a quarterback draw. Up the middle, Prescott. Bouncing out to the left across the 20.
Oh, and he's hurt.
Yard
Dak
line.
Prescott's hurt.
Never forget the play, quarterback draw, take it up the middle, break left, and getting tackled, and I'm trying to stiff arm a guy, and I think I'm stiff arming him to the ground, and throw him, help him go into my leg. And I actually thought I rolled my ankle. I actually thought that's all that happened. And when I was on the ground, I looked over to see if my ankle was rolled. It was facing the other way.
I didn't like the way he fell. When you run your quarterback, you're always taking a chance. He's holding his right leg.
Right about that.
At the time, I mean, I don't know, you're in shock. Thank God for shock of not being able to feel the pain. But at that moment, I just wanted to get off the field so bad, and I couldn't. And it wasn't until my teammates came over to tap me on the shoulder, tell me it was going to be okay, they love me, is when I lost it, because I haven't missed much time in the game of football. But to know at that moment that it was gone, it was tough.
Gone. Were you afraid at that moment that it was gone for good?
No, not that it was going for good. I'm a live in the moment type guy. And so at the time, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to finish that game. I knew that my season was done. So much work was put into it.
The prognosis was like a 4 to 6 month recovery, right? And I guess we're right in that range. How would you say this has gone?
See, when I got hurt, I never said I wasn't going to let anyone put a time on it because I'm a competitive guy, and I knew once I heard the 4 to 6, I was going to try to beat that. but I also knew I didn't have to be ready until fall. I'm right on pace. As I said, I'm healthy. If we had to play a game now, I feel like I can go out there, obviously, with the protection of my O-line and making sure that I'm not getting beat up the whole game. I could go out there and be very successful, start the game, finish the game, and not even worry about the leg.
Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy finally gets to coach his star quarterback for a full season. The Cowboys averaged 11.5 more points per game in Dak starts last year. They also averaged over 170 less passing yards in the games when another quarterback not named Dak Prescott was on.
Jones and his future with the Falcons.
Okay, so that's where we are with Dak Prescott at the moment. I can't wait to see the next installment of that. Let's be clear here. You know, we've got the Cowboys, of course, working on trying to find a backup quarterback. And thus far, they've brought in, I want to say, 4 different quarterbacks, none of which they've signed. This is the reality. Whether you like Dak or hate Dak, if you're a Cowboy fan and want them to succeed, the only way they succeed is keeping Dak Prescott upright. And, you know, with the offensive line having the woes that we had, I believe they're better suited this year to absorb some injuries. I believe that with having these OTAs, especially Phase 3 that start out on Monday, where they're actually physically in the location working out, is going to bode well. You know, a lot of people want to say that Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat, and maybe he is on the hot seat. But the offense wasn't so much our problem, you know, even with Dak Prescott being gone. We were still able to move the ball, but you understood not having Dak, not having Tyron Smith, not having La'el Collins. You don't expect a lot from there. On the defense side of the ball, sorry, we were just let down because basically we didn't have the injury excuses that we had on the offensive side of the ball. We had the scheme excuse, we had the coach excuse, and so on, and, of course, lack of having time to try and implement a new system. Well, we've got a full off-season this year to try and get this together. We have a new cast of characters to hopefully help our defense. And if our defense can give us just a little bit of help, I believe Dak Prescott is going to come back with a sense of urgency and on a mission. And I believe that's going to bode well for the Dallas Cowboys in this season. I look forward to the next part of it. And you know what time it is, guys. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and all the thing else I got to